This was sent to me yesterday, Mr. Douche, but I thought it was more appropriate to do it today. So right now I'm over at The Intercept, and I'll go ahead and I'll tweet this article out for everybody. And this was submitted yesterday, but I wanted to save it for today so that we could go through it, Mr. Douche, and you can check it out on Twitter as well. This is from The Intercept. You may have seen it already. Secretly taped audio reveals Democratic leadership pressuring progressive to leave the race. So Steny Hoyer, the #2 Democrat in the House of Representatives, has for years been a prolific campaigner on behalf of current and potential members of Congress. So here's what's going on here. Let's see here. He focused his campaigns with Hoyer in Denver. Hoyer had his own message to convey. Tillman should drop out. Now, who's Tillman? Tillman is also running on a more progressive platform. So Hoyer laid down the law for Tillman. The decision, Tillman was told, had been made a long time ago, and it wasn't personal, Hoyer insisted, and there was nothing uniquely unfair being done to Tillman, he explained. This is how the party does it everywhere. Tillman had heard the argument before from D.C. insiders and local Democratic bigwigs, all of whom discouraged him from challenging the establishment favorite. The only difference was that for this conversation, the candidate had his phone set to record. So he recorded his audio where he pretty much said, look, you got to get out because I'm the establishment candidate and I got the right to be here. You don't. What are your thoughts on this, Mr. Douche? Is this okay?
Of course it's okay. I mean, have you heard Nancy Pelosi's response? Nancy Pelosi understands that this needs to be done. Tom Perez is in place. He's got a 50-state strategy of undermining progressives, and this is just phase one.
But why undermine progressives when it seems obvious that the country wants to go in a more progressive direction? I mean, when people get something to vote for, they usually turn out. When they just are given nothing except something to vote against, usually that's a harder path to winning.
I would say Doug Jones disagrees with you. All we need to do is find a lot more pedophiles to elevate with Pied Piper strategies.
Doug Jones beat a pedophile by less than 2 percentage points. That's how uninspiring he was. And he gave
no, I would have to disagree. Sorry to interrupt you, but it was a pedophile in Alabama. You don't know how well pedophiles poll in Alabama. Strategists have studied this, and I defer to them.
Well, what have they said?
Well, it's not so much what they've said. It's just that they've taken a lot of money to say it. So I have to believe them.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. That was a clip from Get Your News On with Ron, the world's first viewer-curated streaming news show. What does that mean? That means I log on to a stream and people tweet me articles over on Twitter at Ron Placone, or they use our Reddit subsection, which is just Get Your News On with Ron over on Reddit. And that's how we build the show. I'm seeing all these articles for the first time. We are literally getting our news on together. Follow me on Twitter at Ron Placone so you can participate. And this show streams live every Tuesday through Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So please do tune in. If you want to support this show, you can do so over on patreon.com/Ron Placone, where for as low as $1 a month, you get access to exclusive podcasts every week, exclusive videos, free tickets to shows when I'm performing in your town, and more for as low as $1 a month. Please do consider it. Thank you so much for your support. This has been Get Your News On with Ron.